Alright, last episode it was like I made a contest out of specifically trying to be as frustrating as possible. I was not trying to, but holy shit. So I'm gonna totally step it up and be awesome today. Hello. I'm gonna be so good at video games today, you're not even gonna... You have no idea. Actually, this might be wild to watch if you're somebody that's like non-stop played Fallout games for hundreds of hours, then started over and played another spec and kept going and then played the sequel and but like I basically had not played a Fallout one of these 3D Fallout games since the year this game came out until Fallout 4 came out, which I played once, and not for an especially long time by the standards of Steam reviews, not for a very long time. And then I have not played a single bit of Fallout since, including any of the DLC for that game. I say Steam reviews because people are always like, oh, the magic number with like every Elder Scrolls and Fallout is always people always say 300 hours. I cannot even imagine playing any game ever for 300 hours, like especially like not in one playthrough, that isn't an MMO or an online multiplayer competitive game. That is completely nuts to me.
What is it?
But yeah, between repairing the radio, finding those herbs in the ground, those root type things like carrots, and playing Caravan. Holy shit, last episode was a rough time for me. Did you know there's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are you gonna do about the powder gangers?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Maybe I can help.
We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
You don't think I can handle myself in a fight?
I was thinking of myself, actually. Who's gonna watch my back while I'm watching yours?
Smooth. I'll ask around and see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Somebody recruit people now, okay. This reminds me, one of the mods I had installed is that it's supposed to correct the lighting of the game and make it so that the sun... It's supposed to make it so that the sun isn't the source of light all the time. Because apparently, when you play this game, the light comes from below at nighttime, as if the sun is causing it, because that's where the direction the sun is in. So this changes it so that the moon is actually the source of light. Everything kind of looks evenly lit in the moment in a way that's kind of hard to tell if it's working or not, but that was the idea. I thought that was an interesting problem. The idea that it's like that the game was like struggling with having the light come from the right direction in the open world to simulate what it meant to. Alright, I either gotta find a place to sleep or figure out how to skip time and wait.
Howdy. Hey there.
Rando Wastelanders, yep. Sunny Smiles.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
I'm gonna help Ringo take out the powder gangers. I might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Well, that was easy.
Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. But I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Any ideas on how to convince Trudy to join us?
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
Would Chet be willing to give us his supplies?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
How can I get Easy Pete's dynamite?
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
No. That one's not happening. What do you do around here?
I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in.
Yeah, I should have been looting more of those for the cooking purposes.
I'll be waiting.
I can do investigative dialogue after this. Try to keep our story focused. Do one quest at a time. How you doing, buddy? You having a good day? That's the bathroom. That's the outdoors. Oops, I did a big spin. That's thieving. Where does she sleep at night? You're in here, but the bartender's not. Keep pressing I to open my inventory. There we go. I figured this would give me bonus unarmed. Yeah, that's just a flat bonus. This game usually has training books and then the bobbleheads to give you permanent upgrades.
Hey there.
Fixing things. I really wish this wasn't a stealing book. I would like to just gain that bonus, please. Can that be my reward? Okay, settings, controls, action mapping. Weight is T. Okay, and VATS is V. Sit, dog. Oh, it's only 11 p.m. Wow. Oh. Oh, they're not permanent upgrades. Whoops.
Hey there.
You just read a book and you just get really good at punching people for like 5 minutes.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
Oh no, my speech isn't good enough because it is now. Right, because I didn't take it. I fixed your radio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
Not good at bartering. Thanks for the caps.
You're welcome. So can I get you anything?
Does Good Springs get many visitors?
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
We're, a little outnumbered against the Powder Gang. Think you could help?
All the more reason for me to sit this one out. I'll be rooting for you, though.
You know that robot that rescued me?
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
What does he actually do around here?
Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
You don't like him?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
How long has he been in Good Springs?
It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Fine by me. I'm sure I've got something you like.
Let's try bartering. Like my ammo. I would like caps, please. A lot of poison glands. These leather belts I crafted, those are worth some money. Oh, that was the accept button. Gotcha. She only has that much more. Yeah, the wrench seems to just be sellable. Charisma and strength at the cost of intelligence. Sarsaparilla actually heals you and is relatively clean. I don't think that's worth money. There we go.
Another satisfied customer.
I could probably take out the powder gang by surprise if I had help. Probably.
No, thank you. Good luck with your, ambush.
I don't think she believes in me. Anything interesting going on in the rest of the wasteland?
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the coming dust-up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
Goodbye. Nope. Tell me about the NCR.
The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
What do you think the NCR and the Legion both want with... Why do you think the NCR and the Legion both want the dam?
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
I mean, they probably know what electricity is. What can you tell me about the Legion?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Goodbye.
Be careful out there.
Oh, I dinged. Look at me go. I think I'm gonna want some points in speech at this rate. I always feel so weird about how you can just freely assign so many points every time. I don't know. Oh, hello. Confirmed bachelor. In combat, you do plus 10% damage against male opponents. Outside of combat, you'll sometimes have access to unique dialogue when dealing with the same sex. Confirmed. I'm not even going to read the other ones. I found the gauge rate.
Hey.
Oh, third person button. Forgot about that exists. Pressed that on accident. Let's get back out there. You're right, game. Being gay is like leveling up in real life. Friend?
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
I need supplies to fight the powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
The town's at stake. That has to be worth more than a few supplies.
Look, you're bringing this on yourselves. There's no way I'm getting involved. But hey, I'm sure you can buy what you need.
Well, what makes the surplus ammo inferior?
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets.
Ha, gun. What would you have for sale?
Can do.
Melee weapon, please. I forgot to check the other lady's inventory for actual weapons I could use. You can get freaking cards for the card game. Let's see, are there categories? Okay, there we go. Shovel. Would you like shovel to go with your shovel? Alright, so this thing does 15... It's 9 damage or 15 DPS apparently. This is 15 DPS also. But it's like a strength-based weapon, I guess. It's a slower weapon. Not a lot of incentive to use it. But I don't have a lot of... should be a little worried about condition, I think, so maybe I should just grab it for that purpose.
Thanks. Take it easy now.
Well, he's not going to help us. Are you one of the people? Nope. Right, up here is where the doctor is. Man, these loading screens are so fucking fast compared to when I used to play games from this, like, series. Which I basically just count Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3, and Fallout New Vegas 1 series. It's just because of how they have more in common with each other than they have anything else.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
The town's going to be attacked by bandits. Anything you can do to help?
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Tell me about yourself, Doc.
Well, I already told you I came from a vault. After that, I was a traveling doctor for a spell. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Most folks out here ain't educated, so people with medical know-how are hard to come by. I found that I could help a lot of people with what I knew, and that was all right with me. Eventually, I went back and married my childhood sweetheart, and that was the end of my traveling days. Didn't miss it none then. Still don't.
You said before you had something taken from you.
Well, ain't we all, right? That was a long time ago. I don't pay it much mind anymore.
Who was it that rescued me?
That'd be Victor. Curious fella. He's sort of odd, and I don't just mean 'cause he's a robot. I couldn't tell you much about him. He's real friendly, don't get me wrong. You just get the sense that ain't the whole picture. Just a feeling. He keeps to himself, mostly. You want to know more about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. He has a shack on the southern edge of town.
Do you know anything about the man that shot me?
I didn't see him or the men with him. You might ask around town, though. Could be someone saw which way they was headed. Your best bet would probably be Trudy, the bartender at the saloon up the road. If anyone saw anything, she'd know about it.
Goodbye.
You take care now.
I'm so dangerous. Ain't nobody can keep up with me. I live to tell the tale. I do think this might be one of those quests where you can just kind of start it whenever you feel like it. But it maybe doesn't hurt to check around a bit. Ah, the dynamite guy, right?
Howdy.
I hear you've got dynamite. It would help us beat the powder gangers.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
How hard can it be? Just light them and throw.
Too dangerous. Sorry. Blow yourself up. Blow your neighbor up. Blow the whole town up.
What do you know about Joe Cobb?
Bad trouble.
That's helpful.
Welcome.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks for your input, bruh. Is that all the leads, really? We're not getting the dynamite. I'm not getting a stock. Not gonna get Trudy's help because I don't have a silver tongue. Yep, that's it. Getting Sunny is the best we can do. If I had better speech, then I could get Trudy, but it was like 25 or something. I could have crammed the stat just for that quest, but I didn't choose to approach it that way. This is what happens when you're playing a limited character. You just go in there with a knife, and you're like, haha, here we go. I can take him.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us?
Hahaha. Well, yes, Sonny's with us.
Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
Let's do this.
All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
How many are there?
At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean.
Well, I have a small knife, so let's go.
I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Doggy. 4 against 6, let's go. Where is dog? Dog's running into a pole. A+. Damn, y'all are fast. Is this his spot?
Hello.
Oh, there they are. Oh boy, it starts. Well, I best get started, or we're gonna start losing characters. Oh, there's a melee guy. Wow, just for me. They can block? I can block. Yeah, you are.
Come on.
Getting my ass beat.
You like that?
His head exploded. Good Springs, liked. Enough news of your good works has passed around that people like you. Aw. Shunned. You've left a poor impression on the community and maybe shunned as a result. Oh, the powder gangers, okay. Well, that's a contrary message to follow that other one went up with. I guess they were cool enough to win the gunfight, and both of them are still alive, so... Ah!
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
Didn't I hear you say something earlier about not being able to pay me now?
I did have what was left of the Crimson Caravan money, but I wasn't sure if it was my right to just give it away. I owe you more than that, though, so look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp up in New Vegas if you ever visit.
Alright, we got a friend now. Oop. Oh, I was in the middle of a cloud. Thought the whole area just started changing colors on me. A feels like a weird button. Oops. Oh, I just did loot all. Welp. And why not? Suffer the consequences later. 1, 2, 3. Where's the rest of them at? I fought 2 people over here. The melee people kept me busy. I'm in pain. He's supposed to heal me over time, I think. Is he coming at me? Hi.
Howdy, partner.
Okay.
Happy trails.
Thought it was over here approaching for reasons.
That'll teach the powder gangs to avoid Good Springs in the future.
Let's talk about the areas around Good Springs.
Sure, what do you want to know?
What other towns are nearby?
Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
What kind of creatures are out there?
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
NCR?
The New California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
What does the NCR keep you safe from?
Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too.
What do you know about the other group?
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited. If you want to know anything else, just ask.
I need to get to Prim. Can you suggest a route?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
I'm a little short on caps. Don't suppose there's any works available.
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
A magazine on locksmiths?
If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need.
And the bobby pins.
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap.
Alright, I'll go take a look at that safe when I have a chance.
Always happy to help someone down on their luck. Until next time.
I do kind of wonder if they'll be nice and give me a bobblehead or something. Oh, did I see his health just now? Cheyenne. Thought I saw somebody's health briefly. Maybe it did. I think I might have been pretty close to dying.
I'm glad that business is over. I like it when Good Springs is nice and quiet.
Nothing new there.
Got a special discount for you after what you done for us.
Hey, we're besties now. Isn't that nice? Do you sell any weapons? Like a cool sword. Nope. Well. The OK button is there. Ooh, a baseball bat. Ooh, there's some DPS. Thank you. This cleaver sucks, but it does have bonus limb damage, I guess. Perception +1 hat. I already have a hat, though. Dynamite. Let's not blow myself up with dynamite. Pro tip. Oops. That dynamite is too high value. Eh? Damage tension. Yep. Melee weapon plus fly would also be nice, but I'll need 2 of these. Get rid of the bad one. That one is just better, isn't it? Okay, so I'll use the armor then. Get rid of all these dupes. And Let's stop before I accidentally go beyond the money cap. And then exit
Thanks.
button.
Be careful out there.
The controls are weird. I need to get used to the strange buttons you have to press to get in and out of those menus. Oh yeah, this is one of the mods I have installed. The lighting in the room that I'm in affects the appearance of the Pip-Boy, which is apparently not normally really true. Apparently it normally just gets like kind of brighter and less bright over time, but doesn't so much do this. Baseball cap would be more fitting, maybe. You've equipped faction armor. Faction armor disguises you as a member of that faction. Members of that faction will now consider you a friend, while enemies of that faction will attack you on sight regardless of your personal relationship with them. Any reputation changes that occur when wearing faction armor still affect your character. Security personnel such as guards and watchdogs will see through your disguise and alert anyone nearby, so watch out. Never mind. My B, y'all. Okay. 22 DPS is pretty good, but I also like really got a lesson in valuing attack range when I was trying to do that whole level before. I'm back to the, okay. Oh yeah. This should have better range, and I think you can charge the swing a bit for more damage. Whoop. Cemetery, Sloan. The direction I was told where bad things what be. I was told there was a school, but I may have immediately lost track of what they meant by that. With everything else that I did management-wise. I guess I'll just keep an eye out for it, but our direction for going is south. Can I see the landmark from here, I wonder? Not yet, I don't think. But I do like the approach to having actual visible landmarks. Like over there, that is a big-ass cross. That is a noteworthy landmark over there. And there's a water tower. Like, you can actually spot stuff on the horizon. And, like, it stands out enough that you'd be curious about what that is and go approach it. Or if you've been told to look for it, you know where to find it. I just appreciate that I was given directions, so long as I can remember them, of, like, go south and look for the roller coaster is pretty good instructions about how to find a town. It's been a bit more akin to Morrowind. Whereas the more games rely on waypoints, the harder it is to ever find anything. So hopefully this works out.